Test. 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 All right. Right. This page is almost entirely LEDs. Should find out how much of this stuff I've got to paint. Quite a fair bit. All right. It's like almost entirely painted parts. All right. H315. And X. 20. By 7. XI 14. And XI 16. Wait. Do you not get 8 out here? Surely. Yeah, okay, you do. And then we get out XI 15, 16 as well. Oh, fuck. XI 19 as well. Then 14. All right, red parts. F10. 19. So these have to be painted. Probably. F19, 16, 17. Is there more? Okay, no. Okay, G2, 3. I'm guessing 6 is gonna be here as well. Yeah. Then G2, 10. G2, 7. Okay. And then, yeah, these parts need to be painted. A2. 11. Oh, wait, no, not this part. Maybe not. Hang on. Yeah, I dodge. Nice. Something eventually has to be painted, but not right now. That's nice. Some psycho frame going on here. E211. E212. Okay. E3. E. 3, 5. There's gonna be C. C3, 6 is gonna be used. And D1, 3. D1, 3. I bet you that we do it twice. Huh. XC, some silver parts. 19, which we're also gonna do twice. Some cool looking IBO style pistons. Two and three. These. I need to look at the picture of what this looks like when it's together. Right. Well, that's interesting. This builder did it kind of interestingly. They took a lot of the inner white parts and just painted them gray. Kind of interesting. Like most of them get covered up, so it doesn't really matter. Hmm. Yeah. Huh. Well, on the inner frame, we gotta check out Mecha Gaikotsu's video. What does this look like? Or actually, even better than his video. Check out Joe's Gunpla Garage video. If you're watching this and you haven't watched or you haven't checked out Joe's Gunpla Garage, you should definitely do that because his videos are excellent. Yeah, guys, there's just like some white structures in the frame and like tubing that like I don't think you can see once it's together. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, like a bunch of this actually doesn't have to be painted unless you're like showing off the inner frame as your finished product, which, you know, maybe I should do, but I ain't gonna do that. Maybe that's lazy. Okay, cool. Onward. I think I got everything clipped out. We'll deal with the LEDs once the parts are cleaned up. What? An ender gate. Yeah, okay. So I think like I don't think these white parts actually need to be painted. The other build, they're made gray. And they don't show up outside of the inner frame. Like it seems kind of like waste. What I can't tell for sure is whether or not this red tube is going to be visible or not somehow. If it is, I kind of want to paint it. Or actually any of these red tubes. I don't see them in any of the builds though. These pistons are a lot like the IBO ones. It's cool. So far with painting on this, haven't destroyed any of the any of the ABS parts, which is good. All right. Let's do it. No matter what I do, I never have enough space for everything. Yes. There we go. A little better. Okay, so we should probably check the LEDs first. Or the ones that I've already started with. Hmm. Change the camera angle a little bit here. This is gonna be a little more intricate than normal. Okay, there we go. Or just pills? Okay. Oh, we're making the flap of the cockpit. Whatever it is. Okay. This thing goes on here. I think. Yeah. That locks in place. Then this tiny little part goes. I say tiny part. This is actually like a reasonably big part for like mini kits, but you know, not this one. Why does that not work? Bird. Whatever. Thing is telling me something. Telling me it goes this way. Believe you. Oh. Ooh. All right, LED unit. Let's put her in. Okay. B. B. C. E. All right. Oh, it's okay. It's the huge thing. Uh. F this.
Okay.
Oh, hey, how's it going? Yep, how's it going?
Good. I'm good. Troubles. Surprise.
Oh yeah. What have you been up to this evening?
Well, and went for bed, and now I'm just
For a little bit.
yep. Probably
Yeah, makes sense. I'm just wiring in some LEDs currently.
You've been enjoying looking at markets recently with the war.
Oh, I saw everything tank, and then I did buy some. Oh, I saw everything.
But I did as well. But I was like, wait, I don't know. Should I spend a bunch of money right now in this dip, or will it?
Yeah, couldn't tell you, but um, my one friend believes, I think, that it's going to go up tomorrow. I don't know why he thinks this, but
Yeah, because like on the first day of the war, it went down quite a bit, relatively speaking, but still up if you can longer time period. But
oh yeah, of course.
like on the same day, it started to recover,
Yeah.
and today it went even lower, but not that much. Then it started to recover.
Yeah, I think that, yeah, making any like sort of reasonable guess on this is probably not possible. Um, but that's okay. I don't know. I think it's usually correct to buy when it goes down like a lot all at once, because the world is wacky and everything just kind of goes back up when that happens. But that's like, I don't actually know.
Yeah, it's like if a person has money to spend, should they buy at a time like today when it went down probably like a giant more than has been for the past, or should they wait until like a real fucking financial crisis, 20 to 30%? Um, that's when you should really. Then the question is, well, if I keep the money till that time, wasteful.
Yeah, I think like again, I think the general truth is basically always true, right? Which is time in the market is better than timing the market, right? So like people who overthink or try and wait for the like absolute best time to do it usually end up missing out. Look, like even though you might get in at exactly, at a good point, um you would have been better served to have just been in it longer and taken a smaller loss, like, or taken a loss here and there. But yeah, that's what I think, anyways. Is generally true. And I think like historically, that's also like accurate.
Yeah. Is
Like, yeah, if you were clairvoyant and knew exactly when to buy and sell, then sure you could do better. But since you don't know that and you're not a government agency who can just rig it, it's better to just be in it for a long time. You'll have some losses, but overall, it will end up being like you will end up significantly positive.
yeah. Have you ever tried out the toy market or the or something?
No,
You know what those are, right?
not really. No.
That's like prediction markets.
No.
Basically, a way of gambling. Basically, these are like platforms that have come out times where a lot of people will like money into like predictions.
Is this like calls? Isn't this kind of similar to just like puts and calls?
It's usually used for sports betting. It's
Okay.
usually like which team is going to win, and then people choose a side and put money. I actually don't even know.
Okay.
I've tried it.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Sounds like a
and
good way to
then
lose all your money to me.
yeah, but basically people are suspecting that people connected to Trump abused it because one of the that came out was America's going to bomb Iran today, and so on the first day of the war, and then yeah, like a bunch of people made a shit ton of money off of that because America did bomb Iran,
Sure, yeah.
and the platform had to like try to like block it. There's all this like drama.
Yeah.
Someone linked to Trump.
I mean, I think a lot of those things are just rigged. Probably,
Like some
anyways.
people are saying they're actually really they can be really useful. Like because you get a shit ton of people betting their cash. They like people actually have to like really think hard and like something I'm gonna look into more. I don't actually plan to.
Yeah, I was gonna say this just sounds like gambling to me, which can be good.
Like it's they pull up like the wisdom of the
Sure.
um and yeah it's like it's like people have been saying like they actually find that it helps learn things and
Hmm.
actually think about abilities.
It sounds okay.
Some
I'm not gonna lie. It sounds like a scam to me, but I'm
I know
sure. Yeah,
no,
it
but
sounds
apparently
like yeah.
there are like engineers uh, like try to figure these things out. So yeah, I'm gonna look into it, but yeah, I'm gonna be very cautious,
Yeah,
and I probably still won't put my money into it.
yeah. I would say you're probably better off just put your money into again safe ETFs and just I don't know have money for sure. But like I don't know, like gambling can work, right? It's just usually it doesn't, and most people lose. But if you happen to be one of the winners, yeah, your return is going to be way better.
Yeah, like I when I look into it, it won't be to like get involved, but it will be like to learn about like how the platform works and like see how accurate it can be sometimes,
Sure, yeah.
what the dynamics are for to get an accurate prediction. Yeah, that's what I'm interested in to learn from it, not to
I mean,
actually.
it sounds at least interesting, right? Um, but yeah, I don't know. Like I think a lot of like those quote unquote like gambling market kind of things, right? Um, can work, or you can even make money on them if you have the time to do it, right? And to really understand exactly what's going on. Just kind of like real gambling in a lot of ways, or sports betting, or uh, hell, like even like poker or whatever, right? Um,
Yeah.
bet on baseball games with me. Oh, just Eric, so you know, I have a live stream going, but it's not to very many viewers, but that's just also happening. Somebody in chat said, "Bet on baseball games with me and we'll be rich."
Oh, okay. Okay.
Um, yeah, I mean, like honestly, like there's quite a few people who like make can make good money on a lot of these like sports betting things, right? But it kind of comes down to like it's like similar to day trading where like it's a full-time job if you want to do it.
Yeah.
Um, and if if that's your jam, then like hell yeah. Um, but I'm not sure if I've got I probably just don't have the patience to do that, and I'm probably not good at it either.
And me neither. Yeah.
Yeah, like not it ain't for me. I am too like I'm like too like conservative on this thing. I only kind of go all in on things where I'm like uh super confident in what I'm saying is correct, I guess, or will actually work out. And like something like that is like the farthest thing from that to me.
Yeah, me too. I'm pretty careful.
Mostly just cuz like the tried and true things are like so effective that I don't see like I guess if I was like in dire need of like money, right? Maybe I'd be like, okay, shit. How can I do this faster? But I think short of that, I probably wouldn't interact with it. Oh god. I'm doing like all of the wiring inside the for like the LEDs, and then it has like actual little wires that have to like loop around in it. And it's cool looking, but it's like tricky. This is not your normal gunpla build experience where you're just snapping plastic, but I'm like wrapping like rubber wires around stuff.
And it's powered by like those little like coin batteries.
No, it's no, it has a full base that has like real batteries in it, like full size batteries.
Okay.
But everybody that I've read so far online says that the LEDs are shit and a gigantic waste of money, and I think I agree. But whatever.
Bandai LEDs.
What's that? Sorry, you cut out a little bit.
Is this the Bandai or the third party LEDs?
It's Bandai. The third party ones aren't out yet, which is a shame. Oh, I think I got it. The third party
So the
ones
people,
I'm sure will be good.
the people on your stream right now, can they hear what I'm saying? Can they see
Uh,
my video?
Nobody can see your video. Right now there is nobody in my stream, so nobody can hear anything. But they would be able to hear your voice. Yeah.
Okay, so that guy who was saying about like baseball betting, he was like the only person there, or
He
like when
was,
you were
yeah,
talking.
and he was, and he's not there anymore. It's not a very big stream.
Okay, yeah, I'm trying to remember if I said anything that was inappropriate or too revealing about my personal life.
I don't think anybody could possibly know who you are, because even with everything I know about you, I wouldn't be able to identify you.
Yeah.
If you want, I can mute your voice though, so that it can't be heard, if you'd prefer.
No, I'll just be careful of what I talk about. Yeah, I just got, I was just like double thinking just now because like we were talking about like money and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
finances. I was like,
Oh
oh
yeah.
wait, did I
I
say
mean,
something that?
I wouldn't recommend talking about anything sensitive like that, even in a Discord call in general, if it was anything like super identifiable. But like, that's like Discord isn't exactly known for being trustworthy.
Yeah, but like for example, if like Mike were to come on and he were to talk about the things that he usually talked about, right?
Wouldn't
If
really
he didn't
bother.
know you were streaming.
Yeah, I would say he was streaming, although like like I don't think it matters. You can talk about that sort of thing on a live stream. Like you can be, like say raunchy things. It's not that big a deal. The streaming rules are like they're stricter if you're trying to stream and your broadcast is marked as for kids. Um, then there's actually restrictions on what can be said and stuff. But otherwise, like the if you're a bigger streamer, the thing you might care about from saying certain things is you lose monetization on your stream. Um, because like people who are paying the ad revenue don't want that kind of content, so they don't want to give money out to it. But that only matters for people who are making money from their streams, which is not me. Um, yeah.
Are you streaming through like YouTube or
yeah,
Twitch
yeah,
or?
it's just a YouTube stream, and it's really more for memes, like for a joke, than anything. I had like at one point I had 10 viewers like the other day, but usually I don't have more than like 2. And by usually I mean I've only done this 3 times.
Are you hoping to like increase those numbers of people watching your live stream?
Not really. I don't think that Gundam is a particularly like building kits is particularly interesting. Like I don't like the only reason I would ever watch a Gundam building stream is not for the Gundam that's being built, but because I want to talk to the person who's doing the building, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, like I have no ambitions of being like a big popular streamer. I do think streams that have more than one person like interacting in them. So like if I'm talking to you about like just chit chat, I actually think that makes for a better stream for like not only like me, but I think again like just watching some guy build a Gundam is like boring as shit. But if there's like interesting topics going on or like podcast style things or whatever, like that can be interesting. That's what I think,
Yeah,
anyways.
I see what you mean. Yeah, something more meaningful than than like just numbers.
Yeah, like if I'm just sitting here talking about what part I'm gonna clip out next, like that's pretty boring, right? Because who fucking cares? If like every now and then, like you can be like, oh, this is like an interesting part of the build, right? Like, or like this is cool, and maybe like that's probably fine, but the bulk of like just putting a kit together is not exactly interesting. Okay. Yeah, at least that's what I think. So like yeah, when you watch like Zaku Aurelius stream, right? I ain't watching him just because I'm excited for him to clip parts together, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm more interested in like what he might say about the build or just his general opinions on like Gundam or like upcoming stuff, right? It's more about the person's like thoughts and things. And for that exact reason, that's why I think like a podcast style thing, right? Could actually be fairly popular for Gundam, where like you could have people in a chat um talking about like builds while they're building, right? Like so you can be building at the same time, but the real content for the viewer is actually listening to people talk.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's definitely better.
Yeah. And like I think it's also kind of like humanizing if you like watch a person if you know a person only by their builds, right? Like you've watched their like you like their content or you follow them, right? And then you get to hear them talk about just real life things. Like that's kind of interesting. That's why streamers and streaming is popular, right? There's a big reason for it.
Yeah.
At least okay, like that's what I think. I don't really know, but people want to have like parasocial relationships with like streamers and stuff, and like to some degree, I think it's probably bad. But then to another but in another way, like it's not really that big a deal as long as you don't, as long as you don't turn it into like you don't end up weird about it.
Mm-hmm.
And like turn the streamer's life or whatever into your like this is the only thing you care about kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. It's not like you're some big titted chick who's begging, your viewers for money and.
I wish I was doing that. Fuck. If I could, I would. But unfortunately, if I put my face on stream, I think we're that's actually detracting viewers. So I like more or less decided I am gonna paint this whole thing. And then I was like, you know what? I could have a better time painting, or I could do this faster if I don't like shade the whole thing and do all of like the detail up things. But then I realized that if I don't do that, I'll be sad with the result at the end. Or I'll wish I had done it. So here we are.
Yeah, you don't want any regrets for such an expensive kit, so you know.
It's just more
Yeah.
it's not even the price, it's the time. The time
Yeah.
investment. Where like if I'm gonna put, you know, 100 plus, probably closer to 200 hours into the whole thing, why not put 250 hours in and like do it really good, I guess.
Yeah.
At least that's my thinking. I just hope I don't like giga burn out on the build and just like fail to finish or something. It probably wouldn't even be that big a deal if I like took a break and did something else like halfway in between, like, you know, get some amount of it done and then do something else for a bit. But I've never been like good at doing that, so
Yeah, you want to understand. It's, you know, it's like you want to finish what you started.
yeah,
It's kind
I
of
don't know. Like I've just been never any good at multitasking.
yeah. I'm the same way. I'm the same way. So if something is not finished, I really don't want to start on something else.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Because I'll be thinking about the original thing all the time.
Yeah, and like be like you know, I've got this other thing that needs to be done, and like I didn't do it yet. That, I don't know. That's kind of how I think about it, anyways. Plus, like I don't know. Okay, let's just get this shit. Let's just get this shit over with. Did you put any more thought into like any of that AI learning that we talked about?
Oh, I intend to do it. I just didn't have time today. But yeah,
Sure.
I'm
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
to look into how to prompt better
Nice.
because I really do think AI is.
It's at the very least, it is here to stay, right? Like it's a technology that's not going anywhere.
Yeah. It might not turn out as the billionaires are telling us it's going to turn out, but
Oh,
I think it'll
it definitely
it'll
won't be like that.
it'll play a big role.
Yeah. Yeah. What it ends up doing is gonna be, yeah, not like that at all. But it will be a part of our, you know, society, I guess. For better or for worse. Are you gonna go to the build day on Saturday?
Yes.
Nice. We will see you there, hopefully.
Are you going to bring the new?
Probably. Or maybe I'll bring the whole thing just to set it there. But I'll just like pre-clip out some parts rather than like bring like 400 runners or something like that.
Yeah. How is there like 400 runners? How many runners are there?
I think there's 77 is what I read.
Wow.
I think the next biggest kit I did was like 30 some for the MGEX Strike Freedom.
So when there's so many runners, does it is it like Excel where it goes like A B C D A goes all the way to Z and then it becomes like A B A C?
Kinda. It goes like it doesn't actually use every letter. They never have before. But it goes like A1, B1, whatever, and then it goes XA1, XB1, and I think I can't remember what the last letter is, but yeah, it changes the first letter to either X or something. How does this work? Oh, there's a thing there. But yeah, there is a lot. And the way they kind of set it up is the like the frame, a lot of it is all like the XA type runners. And then like the a lot of the armor is the regular lettered armors or parts, right? In that kind of way.
Okay.
Why doesn't this fit the way I would expect it to?
Do you have like a presence on YouTube, or is it just that your main presence is through Instagram and you just do the streams through YouTube?
Like I said, I've only ever done 2 other streams on YouTube. I've no other content on YouTube.
So you just put a link on your Instagram for your YouTube stream?
Yep, and like people come in and out here and there. This is what has happened the last few days. It works better if I post like ahead in the day that I'm gonna go live and do it. I think that tends to work better. But I just randomly like I was gonna just build in voice chat today, but then nobody was online, so I was like, might as well flip on the live stream. Although again, I actually think that like the live stream would be more interesting with other people to talk to. Like I personally think that's much more interesting.
Yeah.
And like where you don't just talk about like again, part A goes in into slot B, right? Like again, who cares, right? Um where you just you talk about life or you talk about like interesting things. Why is this, even though it looks the same, it's different? What the hell? That's so weird. I will say I appreciate the diagrams in what the fuck? In this manual. They like really help like follow along with some of like the wiring for the LEDs. Makes it quite a fair bit easier than if you just had to kind of guess. When you do your like own LEDs sort of thing, you often have to just guess like where they best should go, which can be a little bit challenging.
Mm-hmm.
What the? Goes it? Oh, there's like 2 in this one? Used. I say the diagrams are helpful, yet I get lost anyways. think I get it. Then it goes in here. Go. All right. You ever thought of doing any content creation?
Well, I don't know. Like, I don't think I have any content to put out there.
I don't know. There's like a good deal. Like there's a market for like entry level like Gundam, like here's my experience with the hobby kind of thing, I think.
Okay.
I actually think like content creation is like kind of not a good thing to do, generally speaking.
Yeah, I just wouldn't have the time unless I decided, oh yeah, I'm gonna try to make it a profession. Then yeah, if I weren't gonna do that, then yeah, I don't think I'll have the time for it.
Yeah, neither I never had any like ambitions of any sort of that sort of thing, and I still don't. Um, but kind of it sort of like hopped into my lap, at least to some extent, from just posting. Like I made an Instagram account not to make content on. I just wanted a place to put the pictures I was taking of my Gundams. Like that was the only reason I made it.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like, oh, I hope to be popular or I hope to gain a following or anything like that. It was just straight up. Um, I don't like Facebook, and I only wanted to post pictures of Gundams and having a spot for it. And then it turns out that some people like looking at Gundams.
I mean, I could, yeah, like talk about, oh, like I'm not a painter or anything. I'm not a professional builder, but I just want to show you what it looks like as a straight build. But I mean, isn't that what Mecha Gaikotsu basically does?
Basically, yeah, like that's why I say that there's a market for it because he's the most popular Gundam creator on the planet, right? And
Yeah.
his content is basically focused on is this kit like good quality for a novice builder, right? Um, or somebody who hasn't, very put, all that much time into the hobby themselves. Nor do they probably want to, right? Because if what you want is to do like higher end stuff, then you don't watch Mecha Gaikotsu for it, right? Um, because that's not the content he does. So you'd be, you know, wasting your time, basically. But
Yeah, I don't like watching his videos anymore because it's like I am, like just a person who does straight building and very minimum just painting with markers, but like he uses like all his fancy equipment and makes things look so much better, even if he didn't paint the kits. So like I find it's not really accurate of what I'm actually gonna get once I build a
really,
yeah.
that's interesting.
Because he uses like a professional setup, right? Like fancy lights and all these other things. And
Yeah, I don't. Okay, that's an interesting take to me because like when I see his videos, right? In many ways, I actually think they like they show off like in a lot of ways um like not good build kind of thing. Um and like even the average person could do quite a fair bit better and like they would look like quite a fair bit better. That's sort of what I get out of it. Because
Yeah,
like,
like I can see like his builds are not the best, but like if you have good lighting and a good camera and you have like all these kinds of like and yeah, like if you have like other equipment, it can make things look better than they really are.
yeah, like I guess yeah, like I just find a lot of like again, this is my opinion. It's interesting that that's not how you see it. Um, but like when I see his stuff, like I feel like because he has like very high end um like gear, I actually see more of the flaws in his build than I would if he had like better gear. Like that's kind of how it comes off to me. So like when I see his builds, I'm just like, oh yeah, like look at all those like nubs you missed, or like look at like the maybe like a lower quality thing or part of it, which is kind of interesting. Whereas you see it as, oh, he has all this high end equipment, it makes it look better than it does. I actually like, in my opinion, it makes it look worse. Especially like he usually just uses like he just uses markers for his like panel lining and everything like that. And my opinion is like even non-painted or unpainted, you could make it look a lot better, like basically out of the box. So that's interesting that you have like a different take on it.
Yeah, it's just that my standards are lower than yours, right? So like
Yeah, maybe,
the things that I look for in a kit are different from what you would look for. So I think that's why we're having this difference.
maybe, yeah, yeah. I don't know. That's interesting. Very, yeah. I find that like that kind of thing is like super interesting. Like, how do people like interact with like content? But yeah, I always thought that like his content was like exactly great for the average builder, because he shows like every part of every build, right? Like he shows all of the things, and then he talks the way he talks about a lot of the builds. I think like the things that he mentions, like can it pose really well? Um, does it like fall over? Do pieces fall off and stuff like that? Are the things that like the average casual builder cares about. Um, whereas like if you're a more like seasoned builder, you might care about those things to some extent, but you're also like, if I run into any of those problems, it's no big deal. I can fix it myself, right? Um, so that's really interesting to me. I actually like his videos personally, like for what I watch them for, which is basically um to see what the kit kind of like all of the parts of the kit look like, right? Um, I think he like his high end equipment and gear makes it so you can very easily see everything, and it's very helpful if I want to know what's gonna be in the box, or if I'm trying to plan out like a paint job or a color scheme before I even have the kit. So I actually like his videos.
Yeah, I guess. So here's the thing. So instead of his videos, I've actually been whenever I want to see a review of a kit, I watch this Japanese YouTuber.
Yeah.
His name is like Kasamatsu's Gunpla.
Okay.
Yeah, he does his reviews in Japanese completely, and I don't
Sure. Yeah.
understand everything he says because it can be like technical, like hobby related lingo that I'm not familiar with. But
Yeah.
um, what when he does his reviews, he doesn't panel line. He doesn't put any of the stickers on, so I get to see the kit for what it will look like, just raw, completely raw. And I actually
Mm.
like that more because I can kind of see like where are there color inaccuracies, like how bad are the stickers, all these other things, and like he poses them well without anything at all. So obviously they don't look good, but they are like exactly what I know I'll get out of the box.
Huh. Yeah. That yeah. I don't know. That's extremely interesting to me, just in general. Um, because like to be honest, if I had to guess, or if I had to like take a like stab at like who the kind of builder that like Mecha Gaikotsu's stuff would be for, I would kind of like classify it as you and a lot of like the other um Ottawa builders.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, that's how I started off when I
Yeah.
started looking for videos on YouTube. That like his was just came up
Yeah,
immediately.
yeah, his would definitely come up first because he's the biggest. Uh,
I also kind of thought that he has like all these tiers, right? And then he does talk about the problems with some of them, the kits, but
yeah,
I felt like he was a bit too positive many times.
too positive. That's also very
Yeah.
funny because like I think that one of the complaints I see the most about him is like this person like shit on this kit that I like or something like that. And like this kit is perfectly fine. That's so interesting.
Like there were some times when I bought a kit that he said good things about, and he was showing all the good things about it. And yeah, like I built the kit, and there were the things that he said were like really good were good, but he was kind of either overhyping them, or there were things that he didn't mention that were actually not really good about this kit.
Yeah, I wonder like if I don't know if he's got more or less like um stringent on his like kit critiques over the years or not. Like if you watch like an older video, is it like more stringent or is it less stringent? I don't know.
Yeah.
Doing a quick LED check. Everything turns on so far. Good. Alright.
Does it, does it use AA batteries?
Yeah.
Is there an option to plug it into the wall, or is it only
Nope.
battery?
It's another crappy part of it. Yeah, you can't even plug it in the wall. And like the lights don't even stay on all that long, I don't think. I think yeah, these LEDs I think are pretty shit.
I wonder
um
if someone who's really handy could figure out a way to change it so that it adjust it so that you can just plug it into a wall.
Oh, yeah, the kit that comes out from Cosmos will be able to do that for sure. That's what they've done with all of their kits. When they bring out their version of it, it'll be a real LED kit. It'll probably have a controller that can like be adjusted from your phone, and you can have like different light patterns and stuff, and it'll be like 1,000 times better in every way. Yeah. I think I've got this right so far. Boy. The only light that I think actually looks pretty cool on this one is the one that illuminates the cockpit eventually.
I mean, how extensive is this? Like, because if, for example, the unicorn, like, it literally has like slots for light to come out of throughout its body.
Yeah, it's not that. It's nothing like that.
Like for the new, all I can think of is like the eyes, the head cameras. I think there's a small camera on the body, and then I can't think of any other place where light would come out.
Yeah, they come out of the vents in the chest, and the head camera and the cockpit, and that's about it. It's not very much, at all. Yeah. But if you wanted to light it up like the PGU Nu, which has a green psycho frame, you could route something through the whole thing if you wanted to.
That's the master grade.
Yeah, because it has a little bit different of a design to it. That's like Kotoki's design shows off the psycho frame with a green glow, but the original doesn't do that.
So the MG has a LED kit already.
No, I don't think the MG has an LED kit. It's like green parts and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
This part.
I'm not too big of a fan of over engineering kits to make them even better than they were in the show. Yeah, because I can recall the new Gundam in the movie, like being like almost like the unicorn. Like it was more subtle, the green
Uh,
effect.
Yeah, like the new from the new Gundam from the movie is pretty just looks like a Gundam, right? There's nothing like insanely flashy about it. Besides,
Yeah.
well, like overtly flashy, I guess. Like,
Yeah, that's also why I haven't bought the MJ Freedom 2.0 because I just don't like what they did to the Bellina cannons and the wings.
I actually also don't like it. I think it's not great either. I like the original design better. It's still a good kit. But yeah, I agree. I like the look of the original better. I will say, I do like the changes they made to the MGEX Strike Freedom. There's not a lot of changes, but they accent the gold inner frame more, and I think they do it in such a way that it actually looks good. While not like taking away from what the Strike Freedom like is supposed to look like.
Mhm.
Getting there though. Oh boy, though, when I get to the painting of this, it is going to be rough. I think.
Are you gonna have to like undo all the wiring when you disassemble it for painting?
No, no. I am pre-painting any part that needs to be done in the inner frame before I put it in.
Okay.
So like once the inner frame is together, that's it together, and that's what it's like, gonna look like. Um, Test out, yeah, okay, so now we do a light check. I think. Nice.
Can you put the link to your live stream in your in this Discord chat so I can see
Yeah,
it?
totally. Yeah. Let me know when you've seen it.
Which
I
chat did you put it in?
put it in the build chat, like the chat for
Netflix Build and Chill.
yeah, that's the one.
Why do I not see it? It says the last message was from February 26th.
You're looking at the chat for Netflix Build and Chill? Because the one before this, the message I see before this says, my mic isn't working. Here. I'm gonna send you a message.
Okay. Okay, I see it.
Yeah, kind of cool, right?
Yeah. But it's flickering a lot. Is that just
That's
some?
actually that happens because of the camera that's recording it. It doesn't look like that in real life.
Okay.
Yeah. Although I think the flicker actually looks kind of cool, personally. uh, uh, you know. Yeah, you can see on my stream, like this is kind of what the chest looks like. I want to get this cockpit in there before I like stop for the night, but I got to do some more parts. It looks like, yeah, I got a little more to do. All right, that's fine. This is my little Amaro.
Oh, I see. There's a delay in the stream.
Yeah, there's a slight delay. It's probably about 20 seconds or so, would be my guess. Ugh. I don't know. I will say I am actually really enjoying this build. The painting is going to be a lot, but
It's good as long as you're enjoying it. After you spend all that money, I hope you'll enjoy it.
nice to have something like totally unique for Gunpla. Definitely yeah, nothing like other builds so far anyways. XGG.
If there was like some kind of like emergency where you live, let's say like I don't know, there was like a tornado or something coming towards your home and you had to evacuate,
Yeah.
would you grab the PG Nu off your shelf as you go out the door?
Nope. Don't give a fuck. They can all burn down for all I care. Not that big a deal. It's an excuse to do them again, and usually when I've finished a kit, a few months later I look at it and I'm like, why did I suck so much? Why does my build look like, so much shit? I hate it.
Yeah.
So like it would be an excuse to rebuy all the kits that I've done over the years and do a good job of them instead of a crap job. E14. Almost done the chest part though, or the frame anyways. Coming along, at the speed of not fast at all. Oh, we're getting there.
Is the chest the first part of the build, or did you like do the head already, or?
No, it starts from the bottom. So you can see here, this is what I've done so far.
Oh yeah, I remember you brought the leg with the
Yeah.
You've done the legs. Yeah.
Yeah. I did a little painting on the legs today. Not on the frame, but on like the colored parts, so that they'll look good on the final version.
I mean, dude, that's so fucking amazing. It looks so good. Like you shouldn't even put the friggin' white armor on.
I know,
That
right?
really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it looks really, really nice. It is like, yeah, it is like it's the best kit they've made. Like if you just want to go by like sheer amount of shit in it, right? There's no question about that. And that's kind of like, okay, there was two things. I was like really heavily considering not even like properly painting it. I was thinking of just do a top coat at the end of it, put the decals on, you know, whatever. And it would look pretty good. But then I was like, but it would look better if I, you know, painted the armor and stuff. And the other reason I've like kind of got on board with doing it is I realized that like there won't be that many people who ever do that, who ever paint it, right?
Yeah.
Like who go to like just the sheer amount of work to do all of that shit. I think it's kind of cool to be I don't know, to be part of like that group, even though like there will be people who do way nicer job than me, and you know will put way more work into it and it'll look cooler, but there just won't be that many people who've done it at all.
Yeah. Won't even be that many people who bought the kit because of how expensive it is.
Yeah. So it'll be kind of a elite group of not only person who bought it, but also who had the mental fortitude, aka like high level of like autism, to paint it as well. I almost feel like this part will show up a little bit on the outer frame. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, looks like not. Alright. I like, keep checking like videos of people's builds on it to see if like any of the inner frame parts that I've not painted that have some color will show up on the outer build, because then I would want to paint them, right? So I'm being a little careful about that. I'm sure I'll miss something and I'll have to like correct it.
Yeah, it's never possible to know 100% until you start working on it and
You get in there. Dun, dun, dun. I should probably figure out, because there probably is a way of doing this for live streaming, to get like to put tags in the stream so that it's like findable in searches and stuff like that, like properly. That's probably a thing I should do. I just really haven't put any thought at all into it. I do think like if you're a person who like wants to make money doing content creation, the only way to really do it is with YouTube, or like the best way anyways to do it is with YouTube.
that's because it's like, is it a more bigger audience in Instagram or
I think like
better ad revenue or?
I think it's the like yeah, it's the ad revenue. I think you can get more views on like TikTok, I think TikTok's probably the place you can get the most views. Um but but if you want to turn it into money, so like it's probably that you need, like realistically you probably have to do all of these things. I think that's the the actual answers. You have to do everything. But where you make your money is probably YouTube. Oh, did I clip out the wrong damn part? Am I an idiot? Might be. Or did I just not clip out the part at all? That's actually not so bad. Nice. I just didn't clip it out at all.
Based on your past um, activities, which I understand is mainly through Instagram, like have you ever gotten like a substantial amount of money? Like obviously not enough to like live like your full time job, right? But like
Nope.
something.
Oh wait, okay. You mean like with, um, like from like a game I played or a thing I did?
Anything related to Gunpla Kira.
No, I've got the only thing that you could even possibly consider money at all that I've got is the free tools from MadWorks.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never got anything else. I mean, like Trinity gave me some kits to like give away, and like I've had a few free passes into like anime conventions or something like that, or an anime convention. But I've never been given cash.
Okay, I see.
Um, I have had many people ask if I do commission builds. So there's that, I guess. But I don't think I would ever do commission builds, personally. I would maybe do builds, like do a build for somebody, but like not really interested in getting paid for it. Partially because then there's like a deadline and like, you know, the person might not like it, like an obligation. And this is at the end of the day, it's like a hobby. And the only reason I'm doing any of like the Instagram or like the streaming thing is just because it's fun. It's not because I'm like giga serious about any of it or have any long-term desires. And if like all of it came crumbling down and everybody was like, oh man, this guy actually sucks at building these and like he's an idiot tomorrow, I'd be like, okay. And then I would just go back to building my kits by myself. Like,
I'm such a heretic that I've recently been thinking of for certain kits that I'm looking for, posting on the Discord on the buy and sell and asking if anyone's built this kit already and is willing to sell it to me.
oh, like already finished? Do you like
So that I don't have to build them.
do you not really enjoy the building part of it?
I like it's relaxing. It's a good way to relax.
Yeah.
And yeah, it can be enjoyable as long as it's a good build.
Yeah.
But it's not something that I'm like really emphasize. To me, it's not like in order to like if I want a kit, I must build it myself. That's not like
Sure,
the
yeah.
most
Yeah. I think like a lot of people like I think there's actually a lot of people that agree with you out there because the people who ask for commission builds or stuff like that, that's basically what they're saying is like I would rather have this built a certain way and I'm not going to either because I can't or because I don't want to myself. But then yeah, there's definitely going to be people who are like if you don't build the kit yourself, that's like that's like heretical. My personal opinion is it is fun to build them. Like I enjoy that whole part, so I wouldn't want to not do that. But if you are not somebody who enjoys it, or for the most part, you don't really care for, like you don't care that much, then there's nothing wrong. People buy model kits all the time. People buy figures all the time. It's no different from that.
Yeah, yeah. I would probably also want to buy like those Machination Gundam figures, but they're fucking expensive.
They are expensive.
Yeah, and sometimes they don't look as good
I agree. Yeah.
as an MG or RG, but sometimes they are way better than any model kit for some of them. But those are usually the really expensive ones.
Yeah. Like the cool thing with the model kits is you can make them as good as you want them to be, right? Like depending on what you put into it, you can get really, 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 really nice output. Whereas like those metal ones, like they are what they are, right? And some of them are good, some of them aren't.
Yeah.
I have that Miku Strike Freedom that should be showing up pretty soon. I've never bought one before, but
Strike Freedom, huh? Is it RG or
no, I think it's the Strike Freedom, like the newer one, like this Type 2 Strike Freedom. Um, but in like Hatsune Miku colors. Very funny,
really? So
actually.
it's Strike Freedom's Type 2 and not Mighty Strike Freedom?
Correct, yeah.
What? I didn't even know they had a Hatsune Miku for that.
Yeah,
Is that what? Bandai or
it's like Tamashii Nations, like Metal Robot, right? Um, and it's like $400.
this? Like, is this a figure or will you build it?
It comes built, like it's a metal kit that comes built already.
Okay, okay. Because I saw the Hatsune Miku on the P Bandai website for the Zaku and the just RX-78 too.
Yeah, yeah. This is a little bit different, but it's along the same idea. It was part of like the Hatsune Miku like 40th anniversary thing.
Yeah. I am hoping to eventually get the high grade Strike Freedom Spec 2.
Oh yeah, the P Bandai one.
Yeah, because it has like the wings effect parts,
Yeah,
and yeah, I don't have a Strike Freedom kit at all, so it'd be nice to get that one.
yeah, for sure.
But yeah, obviously, like I just P Bandai is expensive, so can't just do it immediately.
What does this fit in?
Now, as much as you like Gundam Seed, like have most of the builds you've done. Well, okay, no, maybe the way I should ask the question is like, have you built most of the Gundam Seed Gunpla kits in your life, or
Uh,
are there still that you haven't built?
there's a lot I haven't built. Yeah. But but I also have built a lot of them, so it's kind of like both. There are just a lot of them. How does this work? I don't understand. There we go. Okay, I don't know why that works now, but whatever. Dang, that's pretty cool. Want to see it with the, want to see the cockpit lit up?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Need to give some slack to this, cable. Hopefully the LEDs still work. Uh-oh. Oh, no. They don't. Shit. Uh-oh. Well, that sucks.
I see light.
Oh, hang on, never mind. I got it. I got it. It just wasn't plugged in all the way. Very good.
Oh yeah, it's Bandai.
Here, I can zoom in.
Poor quality, it seems.
Yeah, just across the board, I agree. Yeah, that's kind of cool, right?
Oh yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
When you painted Amuro, was it by hand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like primered him with an airbrush and then painted him. Neat. And then we put it up on the thingy. Damn, that's tight. Jesus Christ. There you go. Gotta zoom out. Big boy.
Oh yeah. Beautiful.
That is quite the kit.
So, how long has it taken you to get to this point?
Probably somewhere in the ballpark of like 10, 15 hours would be my guess so far.
Okay.
Not too bad, yeah. I don't know, like I've been kind of going slow at it. I have been doing some painting here and there. So like I spent probably 2 hours just painting up parts today. So dang, that's looking pretty good though. The inner frame arms up next. What a kit, though. Holy moly. It's so big. What the fuck? Like, did I show you this before? Take a look at this. I'll put it on the stream in a sec. This is a high grade beside it. So ridiculous.
Yeah. Wow. This is PG Nu is what was the scale?
160.
160. Okay. And is that this 160 is for every PG or?
Yes. Hmm. Weirdly, man, there might be something loose somewhere in these wires. Oh, no, you just have to, that's weird. Yeah, you have to press it twice. Ah, that's interesting. Okay. But yeah, then it gets on. I do, like, yeah, the LEDs, I think it lights up the head and it looks like whatever. It looks pretty cool in the chest, but I do like the cockpit LED. I think that actually looks pretty cool. Okay, I'm gonna flip off my stream here. If anybody's still watching it, thanks for watching, but heading out for now.